to be sure, Inkling does a lot with some solid rising aerials, as well as spacing out with the insane initial dash in combination with just the splat bomb and the splatter shot. But Wolf does such a good job at being able to contest regardless of the location of where Inkling is. Combine that with being a fast faller, messing with Inkling's up throw up air kill confirm timings. Wolf is still possible, but I think it's only like a 2% window. It means Inkling's going to need to find some pretty solid edge guards in order to convincingly take leads and maintain that Ink pressure.
Yeah, Inkling is not a character that is represented as once we've seen before in the beginning of Smash Ultimate. This character has died out a little bit, but Wolf, one of those characters that can contest with a character like Inkling, especially if you're going to parry a lot of these attacks that are going to be coming out from the Ink Master himself in this Inkling. But right now, keeping it pretty even, going at a quick neutral right now, trying to find those openings is Cypher as he does so, but nothing coming of it right there.
Yeah, at these percents, you're going to start pivoting into forward and back throw just for positioning. I love the Inklings are starting to mix use of not just splatter shot in general, but aerial splatter shot. It's insanely safe to the point of being safe on block and even more so. And as the percents get a little bit higher now, Inkling can use that evasiveness. Cypher just trying to stay off the ground away from so many of these kill moves that Fizzled has been throwing out. Can they complete the edge guard? No, not committing to it. Instead, looking for the ledge trap. This is not a punish.
Both of them fishing for this first stock. First stock does so much wonders right now, can build up so much momentum, but both these players surviving very well until the Wolf Nair comes out clutch. Right now giving TheFizzledPop the upper edge, but nothing to be comfortable with as you are sitting at kill percent right now with an Inkling who is going full pressure mode right now and keeping you off stage for a pretty long time. We've been noticing, I mean, despite Cypher, being down in this game so far, we've been noticing he's been maintaining most of the stage control, most of the center stage.
Yeah, it's been a very good sense of mobility from Cypher, but what they have failed to do, that was a great landing up air, getting just the up air too, no contesting of DI or any sort of messing up with that. But what Cypher has really failed to do, and what Fizzled has been exploiting extremely well, is the fact that Wolf can play the trading game, can play the scrappy back and forth, like hit for hit, toe to toe, because the damage will build up fast regardless, and Wolf has so much more naturally raw kill power. I mean, look at these back air, forward tilts, up smashes, etc., etc. The list can go on, but Cypher needs to pull together this combo, Nair into forward air and getting the bomb pull off, and he's still going off this platform tech chase. As man, going air to air so well is Cypher.
Calling out every single option right now on TheFizzledPop, giving him the upper edge, but that is just the raw kill power coming out clutch right there for TheFizzledPop as he gets that back air confirmed to get the stock, once again maintaining the lead, and right now getting a dash attack to add on a little bit of extra credit damage. But, I like the way the Cypher's going about it, using that splatter shot as an option to stop that momentum that TheFizzledPop is slowly starting to regain, whether it's in the air, whether it's in the ground, it doesn't matter. TheFizzledPop, however, is just finding answers left and right, and it seems like finally the raw forward smash will come clutch, evening things back out at one stock apiece, but this is going to be a hill to climb if you're Cypher, if you want to bring this back. But the combo game of Inkling, hey, in the right hands, can definitely bring this back with ease.
Yeah, and I really think that Cypher needs to start pivoting towards more offstage interactions, focus on the ledge trapping, focus on some of these drop zone aerials that Inkling can do so well with Nair and Farah, etc. As the stage control is still put in the position of Fizzle, but they respect the bomb a little bit too much. Getting the wrong hit of dash attack, sending straight up, allowing Cypher just to retake some little bit of stage here. 144 to 29. And there's Cypher with an attempt at a combo throw, gets the Nair to extend, but extends a little bit too far. Thought they could get Nair into back air, but gets the wrong hit of neutral air, and with the amount of both rage and the difference in percents on between the two players, Nair was sending a little bit too far, a little bit off angle, just allowed to punish that super hard with Fizzle. With just
it was so good that we had to see a little bit of what happened from Pool A, getting a little glimpse of Pharaoh and Leon action, but it just really goes to show you, I mean, Wolf is one of those characters that is so scary because it's not just about the early percent combos. It's all about, the way that he pressures you off stage as well. Because once you're off stage, you're probably dealing with a player who's going to be spamming that back air time after time after time until eventually, if it doesn't connect, you'll probably get hit by something even stronger, which could be a forward smash, maybe a F-tilt, I don't know. But Wolf is just that all-around character that gets away with so much. In this case, TheFizzledPop getting the upper edge over Cypher in this game one. But Cypher kept it pretty close, and we were seeing good amounts of combo game coming out from Cypher as well with that Inkling.
Yeah, almost a little bit too much focus on the combo game. Of course, fast forwards can be a little bit awkward for Inkling to combo specifically, but if you can pivot that up into more transitions of offstage in combination with just some of these up throws that could lead to a lot of damage. Of course, not that up throw is a huge whiff early game. You want to get this percent lead at Inkling, and there it is, 46-59 immediately with the splatter bomb ledge trap. I love the stage pick of small battlefield here, and you're getting rollers as well. Like, just look at the damage.
Yeah. Just enough charge as well. Charging it, like usually people will just let it rip, but Cypher noticing that TheFizzledPop was not matching that situation, already tacking on a good amount of damage, 126. But one thing we know about Inkling is, despite the good combo game, despite the good mix-up options, does struggle to kill, and just a frame off from the invincibility get-up.
Yeah. While you may be able to struggle to land that killing blow, with this, like, you can play the lead really hard here as Inkling. Even despite the smaller stage, Inkling's mobility is almost second to none, just with their raw dash. And with the bouncing back and forth from Cypher, it may be 185, but he's been at 37 for like a solid 30 seconds here. So you're not taking anything despite the long time it takes to kill.
I love that.
Now.
I love the usage of the splatter bomb right there into the splatter shot to cover up almost every single option. Jump was covered, normal getup was covered, and the roll, and now going to be able to get that stock. Finally going in favor, but now it is time for TheFizzledPop, who wants to start getting some momentum riding, but it's not going to be easy as the drop nair into the jab, attacking on 27 of his own. This is definitely a better Cypher gameplay we're seeing right now with this Inkling. Just playing it safe, you know, not forcing the approach. We're seeing good usage of splatter shots, but right now TheFizzledPop really struggling as he's setting himself up in a position to attack on 99.
Calling out the jump as well with that up air, almost finding so many like ways to extend one hit into multiple, and finding those extenders is so key as Inkling, because you maintain control and you're forcing TheFizzledPop into back air or bust mode, which is almost never where you want to be as Wolf in a lot of ways, because while back air is an insane button and you can pivot, as you were mentioning earlier, if you can put the fear with back air in order to pivot into your other kill moves like that up tilt. But if you're relying on exactly one option in order to dominate neutral, Inkling's elusiveness is going to find them grabs. It's going to find holes in that zone, as that Barrington Air is only going to exist as just a couple stray hits.
And say what you will. Say what you will right now. I mean, TheFizzledPop is definitely bringing this back, showing some signs of life, but the splat bomb may be a bad situation right now for TheFizzledPop, as he's getting two frame. These wolf flashes are not saving him right now, but makes it back safely to the ledge at 194. Hey, we've been saying this before. We already started from last stock as well. Despite Inkling not being able to kill, and despite, you know, Cypher doing a tremendous job pressuring TheFizzledPop, one thing that has been a struggle, and it could be what cost him this game, is the fact that he's been letting this wolf live to plus 150%.
Oh yeah, both of them are at kill percent, but that cheekiness, he's done that twice now, Cypher has, where he's used the roller to get just underneath the ledge, then using the double jump. But as hard as you work in order to find these stocks, as much control as you have over the game, Wolf can exploit you with just a single aerial at the right timing and at the right positioning, and turn what was a massive lead into a lead of their own, 51%. Cypher's got to be careful with some of these ledge drop double jump options. All it takes is one forward tilt for you to be caught with your pants down almost.
I like that little string that Cypher was able to pull out, you know, not forcing too much right there, not going for the overextension. Understands that he does need to get that damage pulled through, but, you know, keeping it pretty even so far. Now playing the patient game, waiting for TheFizzledPop to throw out the first move so he can dash in, maybe get him in a roller situation, but the good runaway coming out from TheFizzledPop, saving him for the meantime.
Oh, had the jump call, it was just a little too late, and the Inkling ran out, so they couldn't jump out of the roller. Has to keep the pressure on, but is still no ink, which means no splatter shot, no splat bomb. Has to just commit to the neutral. Get him!
Oh my gosh.
It's getting tense.
It's really hard to contest with a wolf who's willing to throw out that back air when you're sitting at the corner. But right now, it seems like Cypher just wants to get some ink, at least get a little bit going so he can either use a splat bomb, as he does right there, but it's such a scary situation. He just can't find his footing.
It's back air after back air after back air from TheFizzledPop. Just no real contesting, no hiding of what they're looking for. It's either a landing there or a bear.
Wow.
Almost finding that forward tilt though as a mix-up. There's a grab, gonna be an up throw.
Yeah, trying to go for the DI mix-up right there instead of going for a potential back throw. Gonna put him in a good position, though, to keep that stage control. But still, this is a Wolf that all has to do is dash in, but not enough rage either for the Wolf, but it's gonna continuously throw out these hitboxes to put Inkling in a bad situation. Nobody wants to go for
the
the
forward
shot.
smash was such a risky option, but Cypher gets away with it. More and more dash attacks from Fizzle. Fizzle just not committing to grabs basically at all in these high percentages, while it's almost exactly what Cypher's looking for. The air dodge was a great mix-up in order to find that forward tilt. This edge guard, it needs to be something crazy. Back air out of shield. Cypher.
And almost anything at this point kills for Wolf, and Inkling has a lot of ground to make up, but will be able to contest and challenge and win it out in a heart stopper right there of a game. You can see right now in Cypher, their heart definitely stopped right there. That could have gone either way. The game was going in favor of Cypher the whole time, but we saw TheFizzledPop being able to fight back, be resilient, and bring it back to a last hit, last stock game. But at the end, Cypher prevails to bring us to a game 3. What a good way to start off our block in Pool B.
This is so, like, that last game got so unbelievably tense, and it's almost like players were just like shutting off options that they could have gone for. I mean, I will be the first one to say that Wolf back throw is garbage. That move sucks. But at 180, generally it kills on small battlefield. But there was not many grabs coming up from TheFizzledPop. It's almost like expecting, all right, Wolf has down throw exclusively, which is a great throw, but is like you can be more flexible with your kit. But instead, TheFizzledPop has been keeping very, very linear. A lot of back airs, a lot of nairs, and that's been the modus operandi of their game plan. While Cypher has been willing to be a little bit more flexible, which is both a benefit and a curse because sometimes you can get in your own head.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, both those players towards the end of that game, too, they were just playing defensively. They didn't want to overcommit. We saw a few options that could have been questionable here and there, but at the end of the day, you know, Inkling prevails and makes it back safely. That was a beautiful frame for the shield to come out and save TheFizzledPop for the meantime, but still keeping the stage control is Cypher. We've been seeing this time after time, but gets scooped up with the up smash, giving first blood to TheFizzledPop yet again.
Yeah, needs this. Oh, needs a stock right here. Using 2 splat bombs, but unable to contest with the up air. At one of these points, it's gonna have to go air to air with a solid kill move. And while as good as Inkling back air is, like so, throwing it out early in order to catch the early get up and having that extra, having that solidly disjointed forward tilt to clean up. And this combo can be, it could be big, but it only ends up in only 31, as it's just a ton of contested airspace in the middle of this stage. Both players doing a whole lot of jumping and a whole lot of jumping at each other instead of the defensive movement that we were seeing a little bit earlier.
Wow. And almost a full charge right there, just letting it rip as he saw that the mashing was non-existent right there from TheFizzledPop.
Basically non-existent.
Yeah, it was definitely non-existent right there. But that is going to be a stock lead. And now the only thing you can do right now in Cypher is don't force anything. Just keep getting in the face of this Wolf right now. Tack on that easy bread and butter damage right now that you can get as Inkling. But right now it seems like the spacing game is coming coming out from TheFizzledPop right now, as he doesn't want to force himself in a bad situation. But now, as we see it, these splat bombs have really been a difference maker this game 3.
You know, I want to see almost like some more run under up tilts as well. Splat Bomb has been doing a really good job at contesting those falling nairs and falling back airs. Wow, they went for that. I thought they were just going to recover, but instead they contested with forward air, which is eerily similar to Diddy Kong forward air in a lot of ways. And it's just such a good, slightly lasting long enough and able to be a big enough hitbox to contest that Wolf up B and force a tech situation that Fizzle was not ready for.
Yeah, the problem with most spaces is the fact that there is that bit of a stall before they actually start moving towards whatever direction that they want to go.
That we were seeing a little bit earlier.
You saw it right there. I mean, and there was a bit of almost a full charge right there, just ascending up. And you know, Cypher just reacted quickly enough. Yeah. We did see that he wanted to get back on stage safely, but you know, you can contest it, put your opponent in a really sticky situation, because I feel like that's techable, but it's just the angle is so weird. It's just kind of like you're going to be descending back down if you get hit. Yeah, you got hit by that like bottom corner that just sends you down. It's like a weird pinball situation.
Not only tech that, but also react of like, this is where I tech, so I have to use Wolf's airspeed to tech delay up B. Which is something, like, yes, you have to be ready for that, of course. You're a spacey player. You're going to be put in awkward positions like this. But it can be tough to do that instantly because most of the time you're doing, like, tech jump, and suddenly you're even in a worse spot, or tech immediate up B, and I don't even know if you make that back at all.
Yeah, nah, but